All right, this is Stephen, who works here at Pierre Hedary's, and Stephen is the owner of a Classic Mercedes Benz, and he'd just like to talk a little bit about his experience of owning and operating his vehicle. Go ahead, Stephen.
So owning a Mercedes Benz has been a very unique experience as far as owning a car. I've owned a truck, I've owned a Mazda before, I've owned several vehicles in my young life, but I've never owned a vehicle that has shown me so much capability and so much promise, and the reliability alone has made my life a lot easier. It truly is a relaxing car. Even if I'm not driving fast, I still enjoy myself, and the trim, the detail has always been satisfying to look at. This is my 240 diesel. It is a 4-speed. It is the tan color combination, tan with tan interior, and it has the magnesium rims on it. So I also managed to put on some white letter tires just to make it a little more snazzy, but it has 318,000 original miles on the motor, and I believe 200,000 miles on the car. But it has been one of the most reliable vehicles I've ever owned and very appealing to look at.
And you find it easy to work on?
It is very fun to work on. A lot of the systems are very different than other cars, even though they do generally the same thing. Mercedes has a very complex and specific way they like to do things. For example, I recently had to do the alignment on my car with my tie rod ends, and it was very fun to adjust them, but it was still some interesting work. It's not very common.
You mentioned the engine.
So my engine in this one, what makes it a 240 diesel is mine is an inline 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated fuel injected, which means I have no turbo and it's stock intake. So it only has about 60 horsepower. So it's definitely not the fastest car on the street.
But you still enjoy driving it?
Oh, but it's so fun to drive. This is by far the smoothest ride I've ever owned. It goes over bunches of trees. It really floats like you're on a cloud.